Montana Bill 235, or the Continued Assault on Education, was introduced by Daniel Emmerich. The two-page bill reads in its opening statement, whereas the purpose of K-12 education is to educate children in the facts of our world to better prepare them for their future and further education in their chosen field of study. And to that end, children must know the difference between scientific fact and scientific theory. Of course, it would probably be advantageous if the politician who is behind the bill actually understood that himself, but that's probably too much to be expected. Back to Bill 235. Whereas a scientific fact is observable and repeatable, and if it does not meet these criteria, it is a theory that is defined as a speculation and is for higher education to explore, debate, and to test to ultimately reach a scientific conclusion of fact or fiction. Besides the obvious contradiction and misinterpretation, the bill is progressing through various stages aided by a Republican supermajority in Montana. Emmerich provided further context, outlining that he does not understand the meaning of the hypothesis and theory in the world of science.
My name is Daniel Emmerich. Before you today, Senate Bill 235. This bill is an act establishing requirements for scientific instruction in public schools defining scientific fact. And I'd just like to go over what a scientific fact is defined as in this. A scientific fact, if you go down to, let's see, Section 1, subsection 6. As used in this section, scientific facts means a indisputable and repeatable observation of a natural phenomenon. Now, there's been some confusion on this bill as to what this bill is actually allowing and what it is not allowing. This bill will likely have quite a bit of debate. What this does do is it establishes a definition for scientific fact as the definition that is used by the scientific community and has been used by the scientific community for, well, ever, as far as I know. I could be wrong on that, but it seems like it's a very simple definition. My purpose behind this bill is to better help kids understand what a scientific fact is, so that way when they advance into actual scientific testing in the latter years of education, that they can actually apply critical thinking to make sure that they're asking the right questions. When you are looking at a scientific question, you have to make sure you're asking the right question. And if we operate on the assumption that a theory is fact, unfortunately, it leads us to asking questions that may be potentially based on false assumptions.
Emmerich took to the podium because he was caught, and the opposition is expectedly strong. His attempt to explain Bill 235 is emphasizing the dangers of uneducated legislators who are simply on a mission to destroy balanced and scientific education. In a nutshell, theories are not facts, they explain facts. And as any upstanding scientist would agree with, they will always remain iterative. Then again, what can we possibly expect from a QAnon politician who is bought into and completely sold out to stolen election conspiracy theories, anti-vax conspiracy theories, and demonstrated an absolute lack of human decency to boot?